Hi guys, and welcome to another episode on Soft Warrior. In this video I'm gonna share a few tips on how to improve your WordPress website speed. And by WordPress website speed I mean the amount of time that your user has to wait until they see your page completely loaded. So why do you want to improve the page speed of your website? And the reason for that is because Google they are now including the page speed as a ranking factor, and this matters for the desktop version as well for the mobile version of your website. So make sure you improve the speed of your website page loading, because otherwise your website is not going to rank well in Google, even though if you apply all the advanced SEO techniques like the keyword research, the content structure, content quality and stuff like that. The first step is the improvement of page loading speed. And for this tutorial I will show you how I managed to improve the page loading speed for my website here called Softomando, and here are the results of the improvement. This is the PageSpeed Insights. It's the tool provided by Google that allows you to measure the page loading speed of your WordPress website, basically whatever website you are using. And here you can see the desktop and mobile version results. And for mobile I've managed to increase the page loading speed up to 97, up to score 97 out of 100, and for desktop is 100 out of 100. So the result is incredible. Same picture can be observed here in GT Metrics, though GT Metrics gives a little bit more detailed overview of what can be done for improving your WordPress website speed. So this tool is also recommended to get the detailed statistics of what you should do on your specific website. I think I will put links in the description down below to the GT Metrics and PageSpeed Insights. So as you can see in the GT Metrics, we are also having these nice scores of A and B. And the fully loaded time for my page here was 1.5 seconds, and the page size is only 190 kilobytes. It's incredible good results. You can see this page that I've been testing. It's a post and it contains a lot of content with pictures, and it even have a YouTube video here. So it's pretty good result for this huge post. And now let's see what should be done to make sure that you can optimize your WordPress website as well as I did. First of all, you need to have a good hosting provider. For my website here I'm using Bluehost, and it's obvious there's no any issue with the speed of this hosting provider, because otherwise if you use cheaper hosting providers you might not be able to achieve such a good page speed results, because the cheap hosting provider, it would just limit you. So the Bluehost, this is the provider that I'm using for this website. I will put the link in the description. So if you want to try Bluehost, you can get it for like about $4 per month, I think, which is quite good offer, and you can get it using my link that I will put in the description down below. Also, one quite important factor, you need to set up the CDN, Content Delivery Network. And for the Bluehost, I've set up the Cloudflare CDN. And the setup of Cloudflare CDN was quite easy, because when I chose to set up the WordPress hosting in Bluehost, they offered me to set up the CDN automatically for me. The only thing that I had to do is to go to cloudflare.com website. I will add this link into description down below as well. So I went to cloudflare.com. I've created an account here and I've added my website. I just clicked this button, add site, and specified the address of my website, the DNS name. Now let's go back. And here, when I've added my website, in the DNS section, if you scroll down, you can see the Cloudflare name servers. And as you can see, these name servers are specified in the name server settings of my hosting provider. In my case, it's in Bluehost dashboard. In domains, name servers, I've chosen the use custom name servers and specified these two name servers that I took from the Cloudflare. And this is the requirement for Cloudflare to work for your website. And in this case, when you set up the Cloudflare, it's gonna host your static resources like images, some other stuff like JavaScript files that rarely change. They are going to host them all around the world. So when your user, say if your user is located in Asia and they want to access your website, they are going to get the resources from Asian server, which is closest to them. So this is the requirement. Make sure you set up the CDN. In case of Bluehost, it's gonna be set up automatically. Just follow the instructions. So that's it about the hosting and the CDN. And now let's go to the actual WordPress admin panel. And in WordPress admin panel, there are a bunch of plugins that are required to be set up to make sure that your WordPress website is loading fast. And the first plugin is called W3 Total Cache. If you go to settings here, you can see that I've checked the page cache here, so it's enabled. Make sure you do the same. I've checked the minify and I left all these settings by default, just enabled the minify. I haven't touched this section here. I've enabled the database cache, the object cache, the browser cache. CDN, it's enabled here, but we're not using Max CDN, so you can just uncheck it. It's no problem, and save all settings. And that's it. I think that's it for the W3 Total Cache. So make sure you install this plugin. Let's go back to the plugins page and see what other plugins are required. And another plugin that is required is called Smush. This plugin, if you go to settings, you can see that this plugin makes sure that your images are compressed. You can see the image resize savings, the amount of how many kilobytes we are saving by image compressing. So this plugin called Smush, it makes sure once you upload any images to your media library in WordPress website, they are going to be compressed. And if you didn't have this plugin installed, prior to uploading any images, it's not a problem. You just go to the Smush settings and you click this button, bulk Smush now. This plugin is free. The only limitation is for free version you will have to click the Smush button more often, and the amount of compression is smaller, but that's okay. Later on I'm gonna show you how to compress your JPEG images even more for absolutely free, so you don't need to purchase this plugin. That's okay. Now let's go back. Also, another plugin that we need to set up is called Lazy Load by WordPress Rocket. This plugin, let's go to settings. This plugin makes sure that your images are not loaded unless the user scrolls down to that image, down to specific image. So for this post here, let's refresh it. You can see I have a bunch of images here, but those, let's refresh once again, those images, they are not loaded when the page is loaded. They are only loaded when you scroll down to these images. So you can see they are gradually appearing, these images. Let's go to another post, and you can see these images are being loaded during the scrolling. So this plugin called Lazy Load, it greatly improves your page load speed. Also, another nice feature of this plugin, it's replacing YouTube videos by thumbnail. So for this post here, I have embedded the YouTube video here, but the good thing that this plugin converted the actual JavaScript element, interactive JavaScript element with YouTube video into a simple thumbnail. So this is the thumbnail image. You can open it in new tab and you can see it's just an image. And once your user clicks on this image, only now the interactive element is loaded and the video can be watched. So this feature of the Lazy Load by WordPress Rocket makes sure your YouTube videos are not loaded unless they are needed to be loaded. So that's it about the Lazy Load plugin. Another important plugin that you have to install is called Asset Cleanup PageSpeed Booster. And this plugin, we are not going to go into settings. Let's just go to this post here and click Edit Post. So this plugin called Asset Cleanup, it's adding a new section here. In every post you write, when you edit the post, there is a section that allows you to disable specific plugins for a single post. So say if you don't need to load the YouTube embed plugin, you can just disable it here. Same goes for example, the Smush plugin. You can also disable it here. And then when you update your post, you will see that these plugins, they are not loaded when user is browsing this post. So this plugin, which is called Asset Cleanup, it makes sure that only the required assets are loaded when browsing specific post. So that's it regarding the plugins. One more thing that I did to improve the page speed loading is I've compressed all these images here. So all the images that I insert into my post, they are compressed using this website called compressedjpeg.com. I will put this link into description as well. So this site called compressedjpeg, it allows you to compress JPEG files before they are uploaded to your WordPress website. So it's absolutely free, you don't need to pay anything. You can also compress the PNG, but I think the bigger compression would be for the JPEG files, and also it is recommended to use the JPEG files unless you need the PNG ones, because JPEG files are generally smaller than the PNG files. So let's show by example. Say we will visit the Pixabay, which is the image gallery bank. And let's download, I don't know, let's download this image here, this nice night shot. And let's download the 1280 by 853 pixels size image, and we can see that the size of the image would be 454 kilobytes. Let's download this image. Let's assume that we want to insert this image in our WordPress post. Show in folder, and you can see the size is pretty big. It's 468 kilobytes, and we want to compress it. So let's go to compressedjpeg website, and all we need to do is just to drag this image that we've just downloaded, drag it into the compressedjpeg.com website. Once the image is downloaded, uploaded, it gets compressed. And for now we can see that the compression ratio is 30%. So let's download this image, and you can see that now it weighs a bit less. It weighs 327 kilobytes as opposed to 468 kilobytes. And imagine you download this bigger version of this image for like 13.6 megabytes, and if you compress this one, it's gonna reduce significantly. So depending on the image size, if it's a big image, it's gonna compress even more. So it's a must-have step to make your page size smaller. Now let's try and test another post in my WordPress website. Let's go to PageSpeed Insights and test if the page speed loading is really fast. You can see it's 93 for the mobile and 98 for desktop. And for the GT metrics, let's insert this URL here and click Analyze. So you can see that we have the score A and the score B for Y slow. The fully loaded time is 1.8 seconds and the page size is 263 kilobytes. And you can see it's quite a big post, a lot of content here, including the WordPress elements as well, because we have the menu here, we have the contact form and stuff like that. Okay, so let's summarize what we did for the speed improvement of our WordPress website. And the first step is we need to have the fast web hosting. Can be either Bluehost, SiteGround, A2 hosting and other fast web hosting providers. We need to configure a CDN in our web hosting provider settings. It's Cloudflare CDN, which is free. We need to set up a plugin called W3 Total Cache, or any other plugin which provides caching depending on your preferences. I find the W3 Total Cache it's quite good for me, and it works perfectly all the time. So let's continue. Also, we need the Smush plugin. This plugin is reducing the size of images. We need to set up the asset cleanup plugin, which makes it possible to disable specific plugins and JavaScript files for the single post. Also, we need to compress images before we upload them to WordPress website. So make sure you don't upload oversized images. And also, as a side note, if you know your image is gonna be scaled down most of the time on your WordPress website, just upload the downscaled version of this image right away, because it's gonna be faster. Yeah, I also forgot this lazy load by WordPress Rocket. This plugin is gonna make sure that your images are not loaded right away all at once. They are gonna be gradually loaded as the user is scrolling the page, and your YouTube videos that you embed into the post, they are gonna be replaced with the thumbnail. So that's it, guys. That's all the tips that I wanted to share with you today. If you got any comments regarding these optimization techniques, or maybe you have other suggestions on how to even better improve the speed of page loading, make sure leave the comment down below. And if you like this video, please hit that like button and don't hesitate to subscribe and press that bell icon, because I'm gonna be sharing more videos like this in future. Thanks for watching.